Hi guys, and as promised I'm actually filming another video of the Warbringer Titan, and I'm just going to turn this brightness down a little bit on my lamps just so we can see the Titan a bit better. I think it was a bit too bright before, but as you can see it's an absolute beast. Now I finished the base for the Warbringer and I used a chopping board that I bought from Amazon. I think it's 38 centimeters by 26 centimeters oval, and I added some Gale Force 9s, terrain in a box, walls, Gothic walls to the base, and the base was built up using milliput to actually create divots and troughs in the landscape, so it looks really nice. And then obviously over the top of the milliput I placed ballast or modelling sand, if you will, and then I just painted it in like a mud colour. The Titan itself, as you can see here, if I can try and get the head off, in fact I'm just going to stop the video, get the head off and show you the cockpit detail. Okay, so as you can see, the actual detail of the inside of the head is really nice. You got the princeps there in the back, and then two pilots at the front. And if I just turn it to the other side, you can see there's all sorts of gadgets and gizmos in there. The head's been magnetised, and if you're actually lucky enough to get hold of one of these Titans yourselves, it's just 6x2 magnets, so 6mm by 2mm magnets. So 6mm diameter, 2mm depth. I'll just try and clip that back on if we can. Where's the holes going? There we go. Oh, I forgot to put his cap on. How can we forget to put the cap on? Let's do that. So I've just put the head back on, as you can see, nice and easy with the magnets there. Let's talk a little bit about the build. Now, starting with the build, the legs were the difficultest part of the build, because trying to get the actual hips of both legs lined up equally, and more importantly getting those the height spot on at the right angle, and giving a dynamic pose posed a challenge there. Things to take note of with the build, depending on how you place these foot pegs, whatever they are called, will impact where you're going to put these. So you don't want the leg to bear too far forward, or the other way, too backwards when you put the main piston, which is, you can't see, is in the center of the bottom of the leg there. You don't want the angle to be too extreme one way or the other, otherwise it would throw these guards off. The leg cannot be perfectly straight. If the leg's perfectly straight, the knee pad will not go on. The way it's designed, it won't go on. So just a few things to take into consideration if you do get one of these. And going up top, we put some magnets in these quad guns. Again, these are 6mm by 2mm. That gives a real nice pull onto the Titan there. Up top we got this huge quad cannon that moves. I'm being a bit gingerly about how I actually move the Titan at the moment, because he's not attached to the base. Although he's sitting on the base, he's not glued to the base, as I'm going to ship it separately. It'll just make it easier to ship that way. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn the Titan around and show you the rear. Okay, so here you can see the rear of the Titan, and just like the front, there's so much intricate details. Like here that I'm pointing to, there's a gantry or a walkway, whatever you want to call it, where you can actually access the rear of the Warbringer there. the ammo hops, sorry for the glare, I'll probably show you this side, it'll look better. You can see how the ammo hops have got this giant mechanism that's going to feed the quad cannon at the top some of those missiles, and you can see the red missile there that's absolutely huge. We've got 6 void shields on the top there. We've got a butt gun. Everyone needs a butt gun, which can turn left and right. It's a bit stiff, but yeah, turns left and right. These as well, as you can see, I put the foot at a bit of an angle as he's walking, and this was a tight fit. So again, dry fit everything, and when you think you got it right, dry fit again. But yeah, that's the Warbringer Titan, guys. I really want to hear your thoughts on this kit. If you're lucky enough to own it, let me know what you think of it. If you're thinking of maybe purchasing this, or you know, saving up for this absolute beast and purchasing, also let me know. And I just want to say a huge thank you to Brian Ross for this project. This is going to be winging its way to him very, very shortly, and I'm sure he'll be just as impressed with the absolute giganticness of it all as much as I am sitting here. Really seeing these Titans on the screen just doesn't do the justice of how huge they are. But yeah, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.